received it. Wemby on the show and go. Inside, Harper! Oh, he said it with his chest!
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to TFD. 2 weeks ago, Victor Wembanyama made a bold statement, saying his team plays pure, ethical basketball. He didn't stop there. He implied Oklahoma City plays forced basketball, essentially questioning how the defending champions approach the game. Those are the kind of comments that usually come back to haunt you. But here's the difference. San Antonio didn't just talk. They showed up again and backed every word with results.
Their team has won 7 straight games. The challengers have arrived. We love what we saw in Vegas. I like what I saw tonight even more.
Christmas Day in the NBA is supposed to be sacred ground. National television, packed arena, defending champions on their home floor, and the entire basketball world watching. Oklahoma City had everything lined up for a statement performance. Instead, San Antonio walked in and delivered a message of their own. Spurs 117, Thunder 102. That makes 3 wins over OKC in the last 2 weeks. At this point, this is no coincidence. This is a rivalry. And right now, San Antonio is controlling it. Give Oklahoma City credit out of the gate. They came out scorching hot, hitting 9 of their first 10 shots. The crowd was loud, the energy was real, and it looked like the Thunder were ready to remind everyone why they sit atop the league. But the Spurs didn't blink. They absorbed the early surge, stayed composed, and quietly flipped the momentum. De'Aaron Fox set the tone immediately. 13 points in the first quarter alone, attacking downhill, punishing defenders at the rim, and knocking down jumpers when OKC backed off. Despite the Thunder's red-hot shooting, San Antonio won the opening quarter and seized control of the game. From that point forward, they never trailed again. What followed was a clinic. No panic, no rushed possessions, just disciplined, methodical basketball. San Antonio outscored Oklahoma City in 3 of the 4 quarters, built a comfortable double-digit lead in the second half, and never allowed it to slip. Every time the Thunder tried to spark a run, the Spurs answered with execution. The efficiency was staggering. San Antonio shot 54% from the field, while Oklahoma City was held to just 39%. Even more telling, the Spurs finished at a 73% rate at the rim against the top-ranked defense in the NBA. That's not an accident. That's intent. They attacked the paint relentlessly and forced OKC out of its comfort zone. This wasn't a one-man show either. 5 Spurs scored in double figures. Fox led the way with 29 points on hyper-efficient shooting. Wembanyama and Castle each added 19. Harrison Barnes provided steady veteran production, and Dylan Harper brought energy and scoring off the bench. Different contributors, same result. 3 games, 3 wins, against the best team in basketball. At some point, the conversation has to change. This isn't about Oklahoma City having an off night. San Antonio has found a repeatable formula. They value possessions, move the ball, attack high-percentage areas, and refuse to be rushed. The Thunder thrive on forcing teams into mistakes. The Spurs simply won't cooperate. They stay patient, trust their system, and keep scoring. And right now, that blueprint is working perfectly. Then there's the Chet Holmgren issue, and it's becoming impossible to ignore. Across all 3 matchups this season, the Spurs have neutralized him completely. On Christmas Day, he managed just 10 points on 9 shots. San Antonio goes right at him, posting him up, challenging him at the rim, and forcing him into uncomfortable situations. With Wembanyama and Cornette controlling the paint on the other end, everything gets harder for Chet on both sides. As Gary Kwan from Pounding the Rock put it, it's almost entertaining watching spur after spur hunt Holmgren in the paint. They see the weakness, they attack it, and they exploit it every time. And for anyone still clinging to the Wemby versus Chet debate, this game delivered another decisive blow. 3 meetings, 0 impact. This isn't a rivalry anymore, it's a mismatch. And then there is the depth, which might be San Antonio's most dangerous weapon. During this 8-game winning streak, the Spurs have had 7 different leading scorers. Let that sink in. Night after night, a different player steps up and carries the offense. That makes them almost impossible to game plan against. You cannot load up on one star or design a scheme to take away a single option, because whoever has the hot hand is going to punish you. For the past few seasons, Oklahoma City has been the blueprint for modern roster construction. Deep, versatile, balanced, with multiple players capable of swinging a game. But right now, the Spurs are matching that formula, and in these head-to-heads, out-executing it. Call it what it is, a rivalry forming in real time. The energy is different, the stakes are real, and the matchups keep producing moments that matter. There's also genuine tension beneath the surface. After the NBA Cup semifinal win, Victor Wembanyama made waves by saying the Spurs play pure, ethical basketball, a clear contrast to what he labeled forced basketball. No names were mentioned, but the target was obvious. Oklahoma City's isolation-heavy offense, built around individual creation, stands in direct contrast to San Antonio's ball movement and collective approach. This is more than a talent battle. It's a philosophical clash. Team basketball versus isolation. Old-school principles versus the modern star-driven game. And for now, the Spurs' approach is winning. Harrison Barnes put it best after the Christmas victory. These teams are on a collision course. 2 young cores in the West, chasing the same ultimate goal. This is just the beginning, and they're going to be battling for years. If you remember the Spurs-Lakers rivalry of the 2000s, this should feel very familiar. Back then, the Lakers were the star-driven juggernaut. Shaq, Kobe, endless talent, championships, and constant spotlight. They looked unbeatable. On the other side were the Tim Duncan Spurs, disciplined, deep, and fundamentally sound, never playing into the Lakers' style. Those teams battled year after year in the West, trading playoff blows, until San Antonio broke through and won championships by staying true to who they were. The parallel here is impossible to ignore. Oklahoma City has become the league's new superpower, best record in basketball, defending champions, and a roster built around a transcendent star in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They were supposed to be untouchable, and then the Spurs arrived. Younger, deeper, playing unselfish, connected basketball that looks increasingly capable of challenging OKC for control of the Western Conference. One analyst put it bluntly, the Spurs now represent an existential threat to the dynasty Oklahoma City is trying to build. That is not exaggeration. 3 wins in 2 weeks against the best team in the league removes all doubt. Right now, the Spurs own this matchup, and that reality has to be deeply unsettling for Thunder fans who expected this season to be a victory lap. What should worry the rest of the league even more is this. Victor Wembanyama is not operating anywhere near his ceiling. He has been coming off the bench, playing managed minutes, and carefully pacing his workload. And yet, the Spurs are still winning, still stacking victories, still dismantling elite teams, still riding 8-game winning streaks like a fully formed contender. On Christmas Day, Wembanyama delivered 19 points and 11 rebounds in another bench role. Strong production, undeniable impact, but far from his maximum gear. The scary part is that San Antonio does not need him to dominate offensively to beat the league's best. His defensive presence, gravity, and ability to bend the floor are already enough to tilt games. Meanwhile, the supporting cast continues to rise. Castle is taking a major second-year leap, hovering near 19-7 on the season. Harper continues to show maturity, poise, and timely shot-making. These players are developing alongside Wembanyama, not behind him, and that matters. So ask yourself what happens in April and May. What happens when playoff intensity ramps up, rotations tighten, and Wembanyama is playing 30-plus minutes while actively hunting games? The Spurs are winning now without unleashing their full force. This is no longer a feel-good story about a young team ahead of schedule. This is a legitimate championship contender announcing itself on the biggest stage. The balance is real. The depth is real. And the shift in the NBA power structure may already be underway. Let me know what you think. Are the Spurs for real? Can they dethrone Oklahoma City when it matters most? If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe.
My first Christmas game, it feels great, obviously, playing against such a great team, getting another victory, and it's 8 in a row for us.
Hey, dub on Christmas, the best feeling ever, man. Go Spurs, go!
Be a better lob thrower because you're able to see the floor.
Yeah, for sure.
On the show and go. Inside, Harper. Oh, he said it with his chest.
It's like my first real dunk of the year.
Did you know that you were going to pass it? Last second
I
decision?
but I don't have to choose until very late, so it's all good.
Yeah, EC over everyone. It's a great pass.
But what I'm most impressed in that action is the double pump from Billy. That was wild.